Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sadia Sattar. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says Pakistan and China are iron brothers and no hostile forces will be allowed to undermine this ironclad friendship. Foreign Minister says Pakistan will continue its sincere efforts for peace and stability in Afghanistan. Pakistan says it considers United States as a friend and wants broad-based relations with Washington to achieve shared objective of peace and prosperity in the region. Taliban spokesperson says they have established control over 14 out of 34 provinces of Afghanistan. Nation celebrates 75th Independence Day tomorrow with renewed pledge to work with the spirit of Pakistan movement to make the country a true Islamic welfare state. And in the first cricket test against Pakistan at Kingston, West Indies will resume their first innings at overnight score of 2 for 2 today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says Pakistan and China are iron brothers and no hostile forces will be allowed to undermine this ironclad friendship. Talking to Chinese Ambassador Imran in Islamabad today, he appreciated China's consistent support to Pakistan in its fight against COVID-19 and provision of vaccines, including under the COVAX facility. The Prime Minister said China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is a transformational project and both the countries should work closer to make CPAC a high-quality demonstration project of Belt and Road Initiative. Imran Khan underscored the government's resolve for timely completion of the CPAC projects. In the context of regional situation, the Prime Minister reiterated that there is no military solution to the conflict in Afghanistan. He reiterated Pakistan's resolve to steadfastly support efforts for a negotiated political settlement. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said the use of Afghan soil for terrorist activities in Pakistan is deplorable. He was chairing a meeting of Advisory Council for Foreign Affairs in Islamabad today. The Foreign Minister apprised the Council members about investigation into Dasu incident. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan will continue its sincere efforts for peace and stability in Afghanistan. He said Pakistan will be most affected country if situation further deteriorates in Afghanistan. The government of Pakistan has decided to relax visa policy to facilitate international journalists and media workers stranding in Afghanistan. In a statement today, Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmed said this decision has been taken in view of evolving situation in Afghanistan so that international journalists and media workers who want to leave Afghanistan can apply for Pakistan's visa. He said the Interior Ministry will issue visas to these journalists on priority basis. Sheikh Rashid Ahmed said the government of Pakistan took this decision to protect journalists and media persons working in Afghanistan. Pakistan says it considers the United States as a friend and wants broad-based relations with it to achieve the shared objective of peace and prosperity in the region and beyond. At his weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, Foreign Office spokesperson Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said Pakistan and the United States have a history of close cooperative relations which has served the interests of both the countries. He pointed out that both the countries have convergence of views and interests on a number of key issues, including the ongoing Afghan peace process. He said both Pakistan and the United States support an inclusive, broad-based and comprehensive political settlement in Afghanistan through a process that is owned and led by Afghans themselves. He reaffirmed that Pakistan wants to build long-term, broad-based, comprehensive and mutually beneficial partnerships rather than having transactional relations. Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said Pakistan will take all such decisions and pursue policies that are in its national interest and contribute to peace and prosperity in the region and beyond. The Taliban, in their overnight offensives, have fully captured 5 major provincial capitals in Afghanistan, including Kandahar, Herat, Qalai-e-Nau, Lashkar-Gah and Ghazni. The Taliban, through formal statements, have claimed capturing these new cities, and the Kabul government has not challenged these claims. The Taliban confirmed that they have arrested Herat's former governor, Warlord Ismail Khan, along with several of his top aides. Taliban spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid said in a statement statement issued today that their latest advances have established control of over 14 of Afghanistan's 34 provinces during the past week. A Taliban spokesman, Zabiullah Mujahid, in a tweet said that they captured capital of southern Uruzgan province, Trinkot, and capital of western Ghor province, Firozkoh. He also said most parts of Pul-e-Alam, capital of eastern Logar province, has fallen to Taliban. Meanwhile, Afghanistan's defense ministry said in a statement today that at least 21 Taliban members were killed following an airstrike on the outskirts of provincial capital Pul-e-Alam. This is Radio Pakistan. The nation will celebrate 75th Independence Day tomorrow with renewed resolve to work with the Spirit of Pakistan movement to make the country a true Islamic welfare state. The day will dawn with 31 gun salute in the federal capital and 21 gun salute in the provincial headquarters. Prayers will be offered for security and progress of Pakistan and well-being of the people. National flag will be hoisted at all important public and private buildings. The main feature of the celebrations will be a national flag hoisting ceremony at President House, Islamabad. President Dr. Arif Alvi will be the chief guest of the occasion. Radio Pakistan will air a marathon transmission to mark the day. Minister for Finance and Revenue Shaukat Tareen has called for adopting a forward-looking approach to enhance export earnings in order to reduce trade deficit. Chairing a meeting with the delegation of exporters in Islamabad today, he directed to find a win-win situation with reference to protracted issues of taking value-added exports to the next level. The finance minister assured swift payments to the exporters against their refunds. He constituted a subcommittee comprising of representatives from the Ministry of Commerce, FBR and the SBP to sort out such matters at an accelerated pace. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and other Hurriyat leaders and organizations have felicitated the people and the government of Pakistan on the eve of their Independence Day. According to Kashmir Media Service, the APHC working Vice Chairman Ghulam Ahmad Gulzar, in a statement in Srinagar, lauded the role of Pakistan in building a conducive atmosphere to promote universal brotherhood, peace and prosperity on the basis of humanity and equality. He expressed hope that Pakistan, as an ambassador of peace and love, will continue its sincere efforts for settlement of the Kashmir dispute as per the aspirations of the Kashmiri people. Meanwhile, the APHC has reiterated its appeal to the freedom-loving people of IIOJK to observe India's Independence Day 15th of August as Black Day and organize peaceful protests and demonstrations in addition to a complete shutdown, civil curfew and hoisting of black flags against the widespread Indian brutalities in the occupied territory. The Indian American Muslim Council has called upon the people of conscience around the world to speak out against the rapidly escalating situation with respect to human rights abuses in India. The IAMC made the call during a discussion by a panel of several esteemed activists and lawyers in Washington. In the first cricket test of three-match series against Pakistan, West Indies will resume their first innings this evening at the overnight score of 2 for 2. Pakistan in the first innings scored 217. And now, the weather report. Mainly hot and humid weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunder showers expected in upper and central Punjab, upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, in Kashmir. Isolated heavy falls are also expected in upper Punjab, upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Kashmir during the period. And that's it from the newsroom for now. For more news and analyses, do visit our website radio.gov.pk.